Most service-based business owners fail with Facebook ads because they're looking at the wrong metrics. If you don't know what's working and why it's working, scaling becomes almost impossible, and you're never going to be able to make informed decisions on how to grow the company through Meta ads. Okay, so in this video, I'm going to be breaking down the exact metrics we analyze for all of our clients. We've generated over 10,000 leads for all of our clients altogether. So let's get straight into the video. All right, guys, going straight into it, how to analyze Facebook ads in 2025, okay? So a couple of things. The first thing I see is that the big mistake people make is right now, like they have their columns like this in the ad account. So, and that's to say if you even have it in the ad account. If you're boosting posts, please just, what are you doing? Anyway, so if you're running ads in the ads manager, which you definitely should be, I don't know. If you're not doing that, then do that first, all right? But first thing is most of you guys are going to have this performance metric in place where Meta just gives you these metrics to look at. And it's going to be like delivery, actions, results, reach, frequency, cost per result, budget, amount spent, and stuff like that, etc., etc. Now, the issue with these metrics here is you aren't seeing the right metrics. You don't know what's working and why it's working, and it makes it very difficult to scale creatives because, again, you can't see anything here. There's no soft and hard metrics you can see that can make an informed decision on what to do next. All right. So, again, this is more for lead generation. So it does link a bit to ecom, but again, like our offer is tailored towards lead gen. So this is what we use for all of our clients when we're generating leads. Okay. So now, this is the new way to analyze performance. So this is the metrics that we use for all of our clients here. So amount spent, budget, CPM, impressions, hook rate, hold rate, CTR, unique outbound click-through rate, cost per click, frequency, leads, cost per lead. And then you can also add in like purchases, cost per purchase, or CPA, etc., etc. Okay. Now we break this down into two different performance indicators. So the first thing is being soft metrics. So here, this is your soft metric. These are your soft metrics, sorry. So you've got amount spent, budget, CPM, impressions, hook rate, hold rate, CTR, unique outbound CTR, cost per click, and frequency. Now, I'm not going to go through all of them. I'll go through a few and just some of the most important ones. And I'll show you why this is very, very important, okay? So CPM, if you guys aren't aware, Meta doesn't charge you cost per click like Google does. They charge you on a CPM basis, which is the cost to reach 1,000 people. So you're paying to reach 1,000 people. Okay, so your CPM could be $30, okay, which means it's costing you $30 to reach 1,000 people. Okay, now the reason why CPM is important is because if you have better ads and that are more engaging, Meta is actually going to reduce your CPMs because the only goal of Meta is to keep people on the platform. They want to suck people's attention pretty much and just keep them on the platform. So if your ads are more engaging, Meta is going to say, all right, this video actually retained our audience. So what we're going to do is reduce their CPM. But if people are looking at your ad and they're swiping off and they're just getting off the app, Meta is going to say, right, you guys are keeping our clients off our app, which is we don't like. So we're going to charge you higher to reach 1,000 people. So the reason why this is important is because, as I said in previous other videos, the most important thing in your ads is to grab attention. And this is why. So if your CPMs are $30 and you get better creatives and you reduce it to $15, you're now reaching double the amount of people for the same cost. So that means you're going to get double the amount of leads and it means you're going to double your revenue. Okay, so if your CPMs are high, then that's an indicator that you need to refresh your ads and you need much more clearer and better ads. And that goes for the hook rate and hold rate. So these two here are custom metrics we make. So again, if you guys need any ideas on how to make this, let me know in the comments and I'll send you guys a tutorial. But basically a hook rate is the percentage of people who stay past the first 3 seconds. Okay, so normally a benchmark is around 25% as a bare minimum. Okay, but if your hook rate is 10%, it means that your hook is terrible. Okay, so what does that mean? You need to make better ads with a clearer hook. Okay, hold rate is the percentage of people who stay for 15 seconds in your video, and that should be around 8%. Okay, so you can see just by having these metrics here, you can see what the bottleneck is. So if your hook rate's 25% and your hold rate's 2%, then you know the hook's fine, but you need to change the body of your ad. So put in a different story or something like that. All right. If your hook rate's terrible, then make new hooks. If your CPMs are terrible, then if all three are terrible, then make a whole new ad. Okay. But you see how this is much more easier than, or you can see the bottleneck here by looking at the right metrics instead of just looking at this and going, right, why are my ads not working? Okay. You need to be very, very clear on what's not working. Right. Now the next thing is your click-through rate. You got different ones like unique outbound click-through rate is what we normally do. The benchmark here is about 1%. Okay. So if you're getting a lot of click-through rates on your ads. Let's say your click-through rate is 3% or 1%, let's say. It means 1% of people who see your ad, so 1 out of every 100 is going to click through on your ad. If you get that up to 2%, it means you're doubling the amount of clicks, which means you double the amount of leads, which means you double your revenue. So you can see how all these metrics come into play. If you need more clicks, okay, make sure your ads have curiosity and you have a clear CTA and your offer is clearer. So click on the link below to schedule your free skin reset sessions again for a clinic where we go through X, Y, and Z. Okay, I see what I'm getting. I'm clicking on that ad. Okay. Now, this is an important one. If your frequency is above 2.5, frequency is basically, before going into what it means, but frequency is how many times someone sees your ad on average. So you don't want this above 2.5. If it's above 2.5, then your audience is being saturated, okay, and they're consistently seeing the same ads, which means that all of these will go to shit. Okay, so your frequency should never be above 2.5. Okay, if it's above 2.5, you need new ads. That's an indicator that you need new ads. All right. Now, but do you see here again, guys? These soft metrics can tell you exactly in the ad account what to improve and where to improve. Okay, so again, these don't directly equal sales. The difference between soft metrics and hard metrics is they don't actually equal sales, but they show you if an ad has stopping power and message marketing fit. So again, these can tell you if your ads, it's more like an ads thing. This is just all about the ads, what to improve, where to improve. But if all of these are fine, you want to now go into your hard metrics. So these are leads, cost per lead, CPA. I didn't really add them in because it was too long, the boxes here, but you'd have in here like CPA, which is cost per acquisition, purchases, purchase conversion value. And the goal here is like, this is where like everyone will tend to look at, just the hard metrics, so your leads, cost per lead, which is good, but you don't want to neglect these soft metrics because that's more about the ads. But again, if the soft metrics look good, if you have your hook rate 25%, your hold rate's 8%, you're getting the clicks, your frequency is low, and you're not getting enough leads or cost per lead, you have a sales problem or an offer problem. Okay, if the hard metrics work but the soft metrics don't, scaling becomes capped. So you could even have a lot of leads and stuff, but if these start to go to shit, then it's only a matter of time until these hard metrics go down. All right, so even if you're getting leads, but your cost per acquisition is low, but your purchase conversion value is low, so you're not actually converting many, then you have a sales problem or an offer problem. Okay, do you guys see how important this is to analyze your metrics? Most of you guys will be like, oh yeah, I just put a few ads up. Yeah, I've reached 10,000 people. I've spent $1,000. I've got good leads. Yeah, that's fine. And then if it's not working, like, well, what's not working? Like, you can't actually analyze what's not working. The beauty with online advertising is you can track everything. You can track all your ads from the hook to your leads. Okay, that's why it's very, very important. So with the soft metrics, when you do an angle or a test, you can see exactly what grabs attention, what doesn't, and you can reiterate. So if you get a winning ad and your hook rate is 25%, okay, or 30%, and the hold rate's 5%, change the body, because the hook's fine. You don't need to change the hook. The hook is completely fine. Change the body and just keep reiterating. That is how we analyze our Facebook ads in 2025 for all of our clients. All right. So again, that's the video, guys. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments. Any ideas for videos, anything like that, let me know in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next video. If you haven't watched this video, go ahead and watch this. But again, guys, I'll see you guys in the next video.